Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm Jay, DCA Adventure, back again with an end of the year market update and what to look forward to in the next new year. Guys, if you like our content, please like, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. Also, guys, this is not financial advice at all. Trading is super risky, especially leverage trading, so trade at your own risk. You can make a ton of money very quickly, and you can lose all that money very quickly. I trade on Phemex and I trade on Bybit. I have promotions going with both of them, so if you guys would kindly use my links down in the description, you will get a bigger deposit bonus and you will get smaller trading fees, which is also nice. I have a 3 commas link in the description as well if you're into trading bots. I'm going to be doing a video here soon on some other applications I've been using for trading bots. So look forward to that, guys. But if you want access to the DCA trading script, you need to join the Patreon group and you need to join my tier, Trading with the View. And by doing so, you will get access to the DCA oscillator and the DCA power tool, along with all the other cool scripts I've made for the Patreons. So definitely check that out, guys. It really seriously gives you a very good edge on the market once you learn how to use it and you build your own strategy around it. Also, guys, I am trading all my altcoins over on HyperTrader. It is a trading terminal where you can link up multiple exchanges through API, and you can trade all the exchanges, I think 4 to 5 different exchanges against 4 to 5 different assets, and chart them all at the same time. They're super slick. They got a news tab in there. They're coming out with signals. They're coming out with bots. They're constantly updating the terminal. Makes trading shitcoins super easy for me. Link for them will be in the description as well. And if you would like any cryptocurrency merchandise, cryptocurrency swag, you need to go to dogelord.com. He has the best quality merchandise and cryptocurrency swag that you can possibly get your hands on. I'm not just saying it because he's in the DCA group, but he honest to God does, you guys. I wouldn't bullshit you. And also, join the Crypto Mentors Discord. We're still open. We will be open tomorrow. Will be our last day that all the premium channels are open. We're going to be doing a serious revamp in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys will like it. Going to be a lot more content going through there. Going to add some people, I think. Try to take a little bit of the weight off Astro Park because he's been kicking butt and he's been pretty much running that Discord since I've joined DCA. So kudos to you, Astro. I hope the coming year is super good to you. I hope you blow your profits out of the water that you made this year, and that goes for everybody. I hope everybody has a prosperous year coming up, and learn a new trade. You know, get in and let's teach you how to trade. Make a little bit of money, passive income on the side, and you know, you may get really good at it and be able to do it full time. So definitely come check us out. We know how to read charts. We got some super good, you know, calls going on. A lot of the guys in the group are posting some very good charts. Buddy Nefarious, he's into the harmonics, and charts he's been posting are pretty accurate, pretty crazy how the harmonics are working there so far. So, you know, come check us out. You got one day, I think, to look at all the premium channels. So if you missed it, I'm sorry. You've had months. So time is up. Time is up. But guys, it is the end of the year. We are going to have an end of the year candle close. What is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen next year for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency as the entire space goes through some things here? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we are going to have regulation hammered down on us? Do you think Bitcoin's going to go to the moon? Like to hear your thoughts and opinions. Leave it down in the comments below. But we are over here on CoinGecko, And you can see that Bitcoin is up $29,400, 1.8% in the last hour, up 23.5% in the last week. Freaking amazing. Ethereum is kicking butt, $743, up 21.2% in the last 7 days. Let's see here. We got XRP. You know, a lot of stuff going around with XRP. We are going to chart it tonight and see what to look for. See if it's dead or not. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on XRP as well. I'm not a fan of it at all, but I have been watching it since it's been in the news here, and a lot of stuff going on with them. But they are down 34.9%, almost 35% in the last week. Polkadot up 81.7%. Huge run for Polkadot. Litecoin up 13.2 at 127. Still waiting for that 150, guys. Waiting for that 150. Bitcoin Cash up 16.1 at $347. Cardano, I really like Cardano. I think it's still super cheap. Again, not financial advice, but it is up 18.9% to 18 cents. Binance Coin up to $37, 15.6% in the last week, making huge moves. Huge moves. Let me see. Monero up 0.6 for the last week at 159. And Celsius down here, my boy Mikkel likes Celsius, so awesome if you're holding a bunch of this, buddy. 45.9% up to $5.51. That is freaking awesome. I think he uses Celsius more than he does the Crypto.com app, so it might be sitting pretty. Theta up 59%, up to $1.85. So, you know, the altcoins are doing pretty good, and guys, I think this is just the beginning for the altcoin boom. I think it's going to happen again, and I think these things are going to go way higher. Uniswap back up to $5. Filecoin up to $24. That is freaking crazy. Market is just doing super good. Not much blood in the streets at all. We got a couple stable coins that should be red, and there's some here and there that are taking a breather and you know, dropping a bit. I've been testing out some trading bots. I'm not going to say the place I'm doing it quite yet, but I decided to set the bot up for GRT, the graph. And it actually did pretty well, even though it is down 13%. The bot did great. I've been messing with grid bots where you set up a grid of trades. So if like you have a grid of 20, you would be setting up a grid of 10 buys and 10 sells. So how the grid bot works is it's going to buy low, and then when it jumps up to another grid, it will sell, and then if it drops, it'll buy again, and it goes back up, and it'll sell at another grid. So it's always buying low, selling high, no matter what, which is super awesome, especially if you don't have a ton of time to trade, and you know how to read charts. It's pretty easy to find the ranges there on a higher time frame chart, like a daily chart, and set up one of these grid bots. Like I said, guys, I'm still experimenting with them, learning how to set everything up very good and proper before I make any videos showing it, so that way no one's confused and we have very good videos. So definitely look forward for that. It'll be here in the very near future. DigiByte, Ralph Cooper, my buddy, 25%. Guaranteed he profited off of that. 0.025 on DigiByte. Freaking doing awesome. Basic attention token. I like it. I thought the whole thing surrounding it was a good idea. I'd like to see it do a little bit better. But that's just a little bit of what's going on with the alts and everything under the big bad Bitcoin. Got a mixture of red and green across the board there. But we're going to jump right over to the BLX chart. This is the brave new coin. It's a liquid index for Bitcoin. This is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at very high time frames like the day, the week, the month, and the year. This is what you want to be looking at. You don't want to be looking at Bitcoin to Coinbase if you're trying to look at a daily or higher chart. Brave New Coin is an index of all exchanges and everything put together, so it's a little bit more accurate on the higher time frames. it will only let you go down to the day. The day is the lowest time frame on the BLX chart, but definitely favorite this chart so you can look at this. But right now, guys, on BLX, I do have, it's called the Pi Cycle 350 indicator. And what this does is it basically finds the top of market cycles, and you can turn the other one on where it's finding the bottom of market cycles. Let me turn off the 50 MA. But basically what this is representing here are these are moving averages, the blue line and the orange line, DCA colors. But one is the 350-day moving average, and one is calculating a 111-day moving average. We can go right into the settings, and it'll show you here. Our 350-day would be our blue line, and our 111-day moving average is going to be the orange line. But basically, guys, when the lines cross each other, we typically will get the top. Okay, so when they're getting very close, if let's even go out onto a weekly. So on the weekly, you can see we crossed back here. The blue got up over the orange, and we had our market top. So looking at this chart and seeing that when they cross, if you scroll way back here, you can see too also how it works. So it crossed right here. When it makes a cross or starts converging towards each other, the market top was right behind it. And if we pull this down, you can see that we crossed again here. Market, the top was right behind it. So with that being said, looking at this indicator, I do not think that Bitcoin has topped yet. I think we got a ways to go. We could do something like we did over here. Okay, so we could still come down and have a nice big dip and still continue up. I'd like to see Bitcoin, guys, over the next few days, even next couple weeks. We need to slow down, take a breather, and build an area of support. We need to build a steady platform of support, because right now we don't have nothing up this high. The only good support that we really have is when you get down here to almost $20,000 even, and it's not even that big of an area. So if we were to fall back down to $20,000, I don't think that it would hold up. I think we test it once or twice, we would probably have enough oomph to break that. And we're going to draw a little box in here to represent that support where it starts, because remember, guys, we always try to think of support and resistance as areas. So we could even say, oh no, we're going to come down here like this. Okay, so from about $20,000 even down to $17,800 is the first place it's going to catch Bitcoin if it decides to go back down this far, which is very, very possible that it does. You guys know that I'm trading these moving averages, the 50 and the 21, like crazy. They're the most important ones that I'm watching. And our 50-week moving average is sitting right around the 22,200 area. So, we know that moving averages act as support when we are over top of them. So we are over top of the 50-week moving average. Well, that's not the 50-week. I'm sorry, that's the 350. So if we turn on the 50-week, the 50-week is all the way down here at 11,600. And I don't think Bitcoin is going to drop back down that low. But you guys, this is one of the biggest areas of support we have right now for Bitcoin after the $20,000 area. So this if we break this, we could potentially go all the way back down here. And I would bet that if we do, we would definitely respect this area of support, and we would probably get the nice bounce there. And that area is going to start at that wick. So the area, the biggest area we have that is right after the $20,000 area is going to be right around 12,400 down to right around 9,700 being the low. You could even drop it down even lower and say 9,000 even for a wick. But you want to be watching the 50 and the 21 moving averages on the higher time frames. You can even go down to like a 20 moving average. If you're looking for something faster, I recommend like a 9. A 9-week moving average is pretty accurate. But like I said, guys, we do respect the 21 and the 50 a lot more than we do with the other ones. I tend to pull off some of my biggest trades using those moving averages, whether it be we come down and we get a wick that barely touches the 50 and I take a long position and put my stop loss below the 50, or vice versa. If we're underneath that moving average and we come up and test it as resistance, that's where I'm taking my short. Right now, with Bitcoin being on such a good run, trading has been, as far as signals, very slow. Not doing much trading right now. We're kind of just taking advantage of this opportunity and relaxing a little bit, just letting our assets gain value naturally. Once we establish support and the charts show that we have good market structure, then it'll be a little bit safer to start trading a little bit more. Definitely, if you're new and you're just learning how to trade, right now is not the time to learn. Paper trade is what I recommend doing for sure. You could learn how to spot trade. I mean, just for leverage trading. Right now is not good for leverage trading. So this is with the BLX chart. I'm going to flip over. I got a couple different ones. Okay, this is also Brave New Coin Index. Right here, I have the market halvenings with these lines. That's what these yellow lines represent. And then the horizontal line here, yellow line, these are the highs after the halvening. So we had a halvening here, got a high. This doesn't, you could kind of count this, but I'm not counting. I'm counting the first high after the halvening. So we had a nice run there that was up to $266. You imagine buying Bitcoin for $266 a coin. Then our next one was over July 16th, 04, or 2016, I'm sorry, the 4th of July. And the very first high after that was right up here at the 19,800-ish, our big run up. So then boom, we have another halvening, and we have not yet made the top yet. And I don't think we're ready yet. According to the pi indicator, those moving averages have a long ways to go yet before they start coming back down towards each other for the cross. So that it's telling me that we still have quite a ways to go. Looking at the stock RSI on Bitcoin, it is definitely overbought area. We're all the way up here in the hundreds. Does not mean we're going to go down automatically. It could still go higher. Highs can always go higher. Lows can always go lower. You see on the RSI chart, though, that typically when we get up this high, we always reject and we turn around and go the other way. So just make sure you're paying attention to this almost every single time we've been up into this area. And remember, this is on a weekly chart, so it takes a lot for the stock RSI to get up this high on a weekly. So we definitely could be preparing for a little breather here, taking some time and coming down. building that support like we were talking about. So let's take the Brave New Coin off. Just look at the regular Bitcoin to Coinbase chart, and we got the DCA power tool pulled up right here, and this is an EMA ribbon with 10 EMAs. Basically, when we're over top of these EMAs, it acts as support. When we are underneath of the EMA ribbon, these ribbons are acting as resistance. These triangles are telling you that the EMA ribbon has recovered and that it's gonna explode. So you can see that the bands are wide open right here. Price action is wild. The bands close together and they squeeze tight. That means they recovered to get ready for price action again. And you can see right after it recovers, we get a nice little dump right there. Big time price action. Bands recover again. It's printing that we're recovering, and then boom, gets a nice run upwards. So just by having the DCA power tool, you could have caught the big move if you would have been watching on the daily chart and went long after this recovery triangle was printed. Now it doesn't mean go long, because it can print a triangle and say, hey, the band's recovered, and it dump. It's just telling you that price action is about to happen. So super awesome script that it lets you know that. It can get you ready. We're going to turn on the DCA oscillator. Alright, so the DCA oscillator, this is the momentum wave indicator that we have here on the bottom, and it is showing that we are in fact in the overbought area. Let me see here. Let me hide my tools for a second. Where are my drawing tools? I don't know why that's not showing up. Yeah, even the triangle to throw them away isn't there. But anyway, here on the daily chart, we did have a nice bearish divergence show, and that's what this red line is right here. And you can see that we didn't even go down that much. At the end of divergence is where you want to take the trade and take the short. And we didn't go down that much at all. Even on a daily chart, we still had all green candles there. One of the reasons why I don't trade these divergences is because you don't know, if it's going to be a big drop. Same with a bullish divergence. You don't know if it's going to be a big pump. So to me, it's not even, worth wasting the trading fee trading it. But sometimes, it could be a huge run, like this bearish divergence right here. We had a nice big drop on the daily chart. That would have been a great short to take. Money flow index indicator wave, screen wave down here, still super big, super green. That's super good for Bitcoin. The longer we stay up in this high area of price, the better for Bitcoin. Typically, once we get this high, if there was a lot of people that were going to take profit, or that we're going to FOMO, it would have already have happened by now, and we would have already crashed. I don't expect to see any of that until we possibly hit 30K, even up into the 40K. And that is very possible that we see 40K very soon, I think. 35 to 40K is where I'm looking. My very highest prediction would be right around $46,000, $47,000. Might see a wick get to 50, but I really quick rejection. I don't think it'll stay up there for long. Let's back out of full screen. take a look at the weekly with the scripts. The weekly, we are still on top of the EMA ribbon. If we do come down, we should come down and test that top ribbon there. It is acting as very good support, but each time we test, it's going to get weaker and weaker. But at the support right there is right around the $24,000, $24,300 area. On the weekly, we are in the overbought area, way overbought. We're even up in the 100 on the script, and it's very rare that the script goes that high. So a breather is definitely possible here soon. Like I said, guys, the end of the year closing candle is about to happen, and it's going to close green. That is super awesome. Let's look at it. We may have to open up Brave New Coin again to get to a good year chart. Look how big that yearly candle is. That is humongous. Countdown to bar close. It's not exactly saying when it's going to close, but it'll be closing. Should be closing tonight at midnight, you would assume, right? But nice big green candle. We've had 1, 2, 3 decent sized green candle. This one had a ton of volume. This one had a ton of volume. First big one that Bitcoin's ever had was back in 2013, January 1st. Well, not January 1st, but sometime in 2013. So pretty cool. Pretty cool that we're about to see the year candle close. I've gotten to see quite a few of them for Bitcoin. I'll go back over here. Actually, we're going to keep using this chart. Let's go back to BTC Coinbase. Alright, so in the Patreon group, I have a daily Bitcoin chart. There's a daily, there's like a 4-hour and a 6-hour chart in there that I update every couple days when we make new areas of support. This one is on a daily chart. As you can tell, it looks kind of messy. But you can see that the boxes I have drawn, we have respected very, very well as far as support. And then we all know to look left on the chart. What was old support will become new resistance on the right hand side of the chart. But on the daily, I have the 50 and 21 moving average pulled up, and the 21 moving average is right down at the $24,000 almost even, which is a decent area of support on the daily chart for Bitcoin. So it would not surprise me to come down and probably test the area of 26,700, and if we don't hold there, the next decent spot's going to be right around $24,000. On a 4-hour Bitcoin chart, we do have this pattern here that I've got drawn in, this nice little channel. Let me see if I can just switch that. We'll do it like this. Make it so you guys can see it easier. I don't want to erase my blocks. go. So we've been inside this wedge right here for quite a long time. This is on a 4-hour chart, like I said. I got it going from candle body to candle body. Anytime you're drawing trend lines like this, you need to either be candle body to candle body or wick to wick. Don't do candle body and then do the other line from wick to wick. Will not be very accurate. But as you can see, we are at the top of the pattern. This is a resistance zone. We do reject here. These are normally a bearish pattern, so a rejection here would not surprise me at all. Come back down here to this area of support. This line here, this trend line, this is all the way down right around $21,000 if we come straight-ish down here. So it's possible that we do come down and test this. We don't want to break this pattern and get a close underneath of it. That would not be good for Bitcoin. We could fall way farther down from 21,000 if we don't respect that trend line. So draw this on your 4-hour chart. You know, you can save it and look at it every now and then. Make sure we're still inside the pattern. We would like to see Bitcoin break out of that pattern and get up above the pattern, come back and test this as support, respect it as support. That is our confirmation we're waiting for a continuation to the upside. You can draw this pattern on the 6-hour chart. You can draw it on lower time frames as well. I just like doing it on the 4-hour. 4 to 6 hours is good for, you know, like scalp trades and stuff like that. Gives you a little bit more time to set up your trade. But that's what we're looking at on the Bitcoin. Just wanted to show you that little pattern there. I like trading triangle patterns, channels, head and shoulders. I'm going to start doing a little bit more with harmonics. My buddy Nefarious, he's really into those right now, so I got to keep up with him and get my button gear. I know harmonics. I've learned bits and pieces and picked some stuff up here and there, but have never really made a full-out trading strategy using them. Looking at Ethereum, Ethereum has been kicking ass. Good market structure all the way around with Ethereum. Looks very good and strong. Go out here to a weekly chart on Ethereum. Got the DCA power tool pulled up. Let's pull up DCA oscillator. And then I'd also like to pull up some moving averages real quick. Sorry I didn't have this set up earlier, guys. Where's my moving averages? Alright, so on the weekly chart for Ethereum, doing good. Like I said, we are kicking some ass here. If we have a retest and we take a little breather on Ethereum, be looking for right around the area of $630 down to possibly $530. We break that, I'm looking for the 21-week moving average, and it's sitting right around 473. I do expect to drop back down to the $500 area. The 50-week moving average is right around $334. We got a nice bullish cross back here in July and been riding it ever since. You guys know how we trade these moving averages when they are set up the way they are, when our faster moving average is above all the slower ones. And in this case it is. Our 21 is above our 50. So the 21, every time we come down and test that, we want to try to knock off a long position there or buy for your personal bag. When we get up to a new high, you know, don't be scared to take the profits. There's always going to be opportunities to make money. Take your profit, wait for a retest, buy back in. You could have taken profit here. We started coming back down towards that 21, never quite made it, and then came up again. So I definitely expect a retest of the 21. When we do retest it, it may not be down here at the $470 some area. It may be a little higher. So be watching these moving averages. We are in the overbought area on Ethereum, just like Bitcoin. We got bearish divergence there. Not that big of a deal. Not that big of a move down. So, you know, no biggie there. Money flow index wave. I'm trying to stretch that out a little bit. I don't know why it won't let me stretch it. There we go. Money flow index wave is starting to curl upwards. Very good sign. VWAP, the yellow wave behind the green money flow wave, it is starting to poke up above zero there. So Ethereum may still go on a hell of a run. I'm going to show you where I think our high will be for Ethereum, where I think we will have the most trouble. Where I'm charting it right now must not have very much info on it. We'll see. Yes, Coinbase has a lot more info on Ethereum. I've been telling you guys for months and months and months that the area we were at, we were going to have a nice little tussle over here between 750 all the way up to right around the $900,000 area. I do expect it to get back up there to the all-time high. But like I said, just like with Bitcoin, we need to establish a good area of support. I don't like this straight up moves. You know, just like over here, we went straight up and then straight back down. That's not healthy, guys. We need to do this nice and slow. Keep staying up at these price levels and build some support. You got to build you a nice platform. You can't climb up forever. You got to stop and take a break. The first major area of support starting for Ethereum is right around $480. That area will extend down to $337, and that's sitting right on that 50-week moving average. So if we click over here to the daily on Ethereum, very possible that we test the 21-day moving average, and that's going to be right around $650, and the 50 right below it is right around $590. So putting long positions at both of these moving averages is not a bad idea. You know, put you long at the 21, stop loss behind it. Put you long at the 50, stop loss behind it. Very possible you could pick up a good trade here. Nice little M pattern. Like to trade those on the tops. See here, we tested that 50 perfect, took off. Been a real nice longing opportunity. Get the DCA script back out. The oscillator. Now it is setting up for the daily on a perfect trade, what I like to call root wave, trigger wave. Guys in the Patreon that are using this script, guys over in Crypto Mentors that are using a version of this script, know what we are talking about here. We got a nice root wave. It's our small wave here, and then our trigger wave is always going to be bigger than the root wave, and that's how we know we're setting up. So we got the nice root. Now we're going to play off this trigger wave. It's a little bit taller. Orange wave is cutting into the blue wave. So as long as we see that, it did print a local top here with the red circle. So we may get the drop like I'm expecting, you know, to take a little breather. First hiccup I'm looking for on Ethereum is going to be right around $670. We break that, then definitely looking at that 21, because that's the first start of decent support on Ethereum. So keep your guys' eyes on that. Let's go over here, check out Litecoin real quick. All right, Litecoin on the weekly, way up. Well, we're not way up, but we are in the overbought area. Not quite up as high as Ethereum and Bitcoin were. We're right in the 90 area. Bitcoin and Ethereum were up in the 100. We did get a nice bullish cross on the moving averages on the weekly chart for Litecoin, so that is super, super good. That was November, right around November, or no, yeah, right at the beginning of November. So very, very good. Still got, you know, time to make a run for it. Did tell you guys in the video last few months. Why won't this go down? Did tell you guys on the last couple months that this area here on Litecoin was going to be really tough for it to beat. It was really going to have to fight for it. Let's just take it off. Oh, that's why. There's two oscillators pulled up here. Well, that would explain it. Okay. But nice area of resistance starting for Litecoin. It started right around this area here, and it's going to go right up into here, $188. I think right around the 150 is going to be pretty tough. This is where I'm offloading, so I'm sure, you know, there's probably a lot of people like me that are going to be doing the same. But that will be in the double top area on Litecoin. This is a nice market structure here. We are starting to, you know, we're building a nice structure. We just need to build nice support now before I feel comfortable, you know, trading and putting out signals and what we're doing. Right now is just too risky for new guys. That 21-week moving average on Litecoin's down at $71, and the 50-week is right around $57. I flip down here to the daily. 21-day moving average right around 112. 50-day moving average right around 92. Both these moving averages sitting at decent areas of support on Litecoin for a daily chart. See how we test these 21 and 50 moving averages perfect, where you can long and short off of these. This was a nice head and shoulders pattern. Got the dump. You could have taken shorts at each time we tested that 21. We finally broke above it. Taking your longs when we tested it there. Long there, long there, long there. Long. You could have went long here, would have got a little bit. Long here, long here, long here. Super easy trades, guys. Super easy trades. These are low risk trades, trading these moving averages. Either they respect it or they don't. If they don't respect it, then you know it's going to go down, or vice versa, it's going to go up. So why I trade them. It's easy to teach people how to start with that, and then that will grow. That will intrigue them into learning more, and then they will take it from there. It will snowball, and that's how you fall down the rabbit hole of trading. Once you pick up the basics and you start doing your own TA, and then it actually starts working, and you're like, oh, holy shit. And then you have the epiphany, and that's how it happened for me. Litecoin did print a bearish divergence on the daily, and we did get a decent move down. So that would have been a decent trade. Not quite the root wave, trigger wave like I like to see, and we are not quite in the overbought area on the daily chart. It did print a local top though, saying that it may be topped out. I'd still think we got a little bit of room to go yet. See, this was a nice channel you could have played the breakout on. Even this here on the daily for Litecoin, you could draw this in and trade this breakout. This is a nice pattern for a breakout trade. And it's right there. You could be trading it very soon. But yeah, guys, for a top on Litecoin for right now, I'm looking for $150 for all three of the major assets. I'd like to see them build some good support. I can't stress it enough. We got to have a platform. We just got to. Something's got to hold us up. If not, the floor is going to fall out, and we don't want to see that happening. All right, so Litecoin, that's done with. Let's go over here to XRP. XRP has been delisted from tons of exchanges. I've seen that Coinbase is going to be getting sued for allowing people to trade XRP, so I'm sure that's going to happen on a lot of other exchanges as well. Guys, I'm not a fan of XRP. I do not like it at all. It's centralized. It shouldn't be in the crypto asset class at all. But that being said, I do not think XRP is dead. Looking at this chart, not worried at all for XRP. It actually doesn't look that bad. Even if we scroll out here to a weekly chart, okay, we got some bad news with the SEC. It's happened with Bitcoin and stuff before. We get the crash, but what I think is going to happen, I think XRP is going to come out. They're going to do what they're told. There's going to be some regulation with them, and they're going to be even more centralized. And this is what I'm worried happening more and more with cryptocurrency and legitimate places of business. If you're a legitimate business and you're dealing with crypto, then obviously you are going to have to abide by the regulations. So it's going to make things harder, for people to stay anonymous and be responsible for their own financial freedoms. But Litecoin or XRP is not dead, but here on the weekly, it does need to get back over that 50-week moving average. Right now, as it stands, there's still 2 days and 22 hours left in the weekly candle here. If it would pop back up to that 50-week moving average, I'd be taking a shorting opportunity there. But be careful with XRP, because as soon as one inkling of good news comes out, anything pertaining with what happens with the SEC, it's going to go right back up like crazy. So be very careful if you are trading this. 50-week is right around the 25 cent, 26 cent, be taking a short. And the next area would be right around 32 cents. I'd be trying to take a short, and that is a pretty good area of resistance, and the 21-week moving average is acting as resistance. Flipping over to the daily, we got a bearish crossover. The 21, our fastest moving average, crossed underneath our slower 50-day moving average, which made it dump even more. You guys can see here that we even got underneath the 200-day moving average. We do got a couple green candles here, but just be watching it. Now we got to fight back through all the resistance areas. So big area of resistance right around 24 cents on the daily chart, all the way up to right around 27 cents is a really big area of resistance. So it's going to take some time to fight back up above that area. But if it does get above that area, we want to see a couple candle closes as confirmation. We want to see the moving average switch around and get that bullish crossover to the upside. But my opinion, XRP is not dead. But all right, guys, it's getting late. I'm going to go spend some time with the kids. We'll be watching this in an hour or so. But I want you guys to have a happy new year. Stay safe. Keep hodling. Keep stacking them sats. Join the Discords. Learn something new. Make a resolution to learn how to trade or to learn how to mine or anything. With that being said, guys, I will see you in a couple hours.